What's going on today? You're busy.
I'm busy. Let's see. Well, the Vatican issued the report for the Apostolic Visitation, where the Vatican visited all the Catholic sisters' congregations in the United States because they were worried about the quality of our life. That was very sweet. And they said they did it because a lot of religious in the world looked to us, and so they were really worried about us. They were mostly worried that other religious women in the world were getting ideas from us. And then they issued basically, what is it, a 12-page report.
So what'd they find?
That were wonderful. But I think some of the things that are pretty amazing is that they acknowledged our creative responses to the needs of the time. Said that we have that our leaders, our superiors, see themselves as authority of service.
What does that mean?
That they are there in service to the community, that it's not lording over it, but as facilitating dialogue and moving forward, something that some of the leadership in the church could pay attention to. They talk about our financial constraints, and the first reason for the financial constraints that we have as religious women in the United States is undercompensated for their ministry over an extended period of time by the church. So the fact that they get that is hugely important. One of the pieces that I really liked was that they acknowledged that the relationships with bishops is a little challenging. Here's what they say. They don't. This says, it will certainly be of interest to all that Pope Francis has asked to update the curial document Mutuae Relationes regarding the collaboration among bishops and religious. In other words, changing the rules so that the bishops collaborate more with women religious, and that women have more of a place at the table. And so they're going to change some stuff to try to accomplish that.
How much of a place?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? That they even acknowledge it, Melissa, is like, that's hugely important. Of course, they do say, we will continue to work to see that competent women religious will be actively involved. Wonder what they think is competent. I don't know. So, anyway, but it was pretty interesting.
Huh.
And on the whole, quite positive. They do call for this continued dialogue. Well, I think it's mostly a sign of the Francis effect, that Pope Francis is making a difference, and that dialogue is the term now, whereas for Pope Benedict, it was a smaller, tougher church, fidelity to the rule. And so Benedict, it was way more about censure and criticism, and Pope Francis is way more about caring for the poor, looking at what we do, knowing that we live the gospel. And the fact that Pope Francis is a member of a religious community has way more idea what a religious community is about than any of the others. So,
So this film has been following what's been happening with sisters for the last 2.5 years since the censure. What have we witnessed?
We've witnessed the Holy Spirit alive and well and making mischief. People really stood up and said, wait a minute, these are our sisters. We're standing with our sisters. And that was a huge, important gift, because I had no idea how much we were seen, because we don't wear habits. We don't work to be seen, but we are seen by who we are. But I wondered, do they really mean dialogue? And that's what we'll have to see, is because we as women religious have worked at dialogue for 50 years to find dialogue and discernment as a way forward for decision making. And the bishops haven't worked at that so much. And so do they really mean dialogue? Or do they mean just listening to their point of view? So stay tuned.